Welcome back to Strength and Healing. I'm Rick Rivers, and today I want to talk about identifying with what you may be going through, whether that's your diagnosis, the condition that you're living with, whatever illness it is that you may be suffering through. Understand that you are not that illness. You are not that diagnosis. It is something that you are dealing with, but it is not who you are. It is not who you are any more than your arm is who you are. For example, you may be a father, you may be a mother, you may be a sister or brother, but that is not who you are. That is something that you are. It is more of a what than a who. We define who we are. We don't define what we are. We're typically born into what we are. We have what we have, but it doesn't mean that is what you are. Let me get a little bit more into it. So a lot of people get caught up, in particular, when you're dealing with an illness, a diagnosis. It can be a lot. And depending on what it is, it can be very overwhelming. For example, I use myself. I have a liver disease. I had a liver transplant. I had cancer. But that is not who I am. I don't identify as having that cancer. You know, cancer doesn't consume my life. Having this liver disease does not consume my life. It is a factor in my life. It is something that I have to be aware of and roll into the fabric of what my life is, my daily dealings, things like that. But it is not who I am. I'm still Frederick Allen Rivers Jr. I'm still Dad. I'm still Rick. I'm still Ricky. You know, these are things that I do. I am a father, or that I'm a husband, an influencer. But again, these are all things that I do, but it's not necessarily who I am. Who I am is the combination of all these things, all put together. And how I balance them helps to create who I am. So don't let your diagnosis become who you are. Who you were before the diagnosis is who you will remain to be. It's just another factor in your life. It can be overwhelming, just as when you first learn to drive. You got into the seat, got behind the wheel, you put the seatbelt on, and then you are focused, making sure the mirrors are right. 10 and 2. When you first, get in and start the car up, that tunnel vision that you have, and you're just in the car. And you can just feel yourself just in there. It's like as if you're cut off from the rest of the world and your focus is right there in the car. And that's how it can be when you're first given a diagnosis and you're first going through something. You only know that one thing. That one thing is just all consuming and your focus is right there. But with experience and constantly dealing with it and learning to adjust to it, becoming more comfortable in what it means, what you have to do, the precautions you have to take, the mindfulness that you have to have of where you are, in time, you begin to find an ease with it. You begin to get into your own rhythm. And after a while, that tunnel vision that you have has now opened up some. You're using your peripheral vision more. You don't have to turn your head so much. It's comfortable. You can get it and drive as if you're just walking down the street. It's a natural motion for you now. This comfort, and it feels weird to say comfort, but it's a comfort that you develop with the condition, with the illness. It happens over time. It's not going to be right away. It can take months. It can take years, decades sometimes. But if you allow yourself to roll it into who you are and don't make it the only thing that you are. You're still going to be you. You're always going to be you. This thing that you're dealing with is just a thing. That's all it is. You had limitations before this thing happened to you because you're human. And we all have limitations. You couldn't fly beforehand. You didn't have super strength. You didn't run super fast beforehand. You were a human before. You're a human now. Limitations are just a part of life. They've always been there. You're just a little bit more conscious of them now. This knowledge that you have of them, it just kind of changes your perception and gives you a new perspective of the world and of your life. You're still mom, you're still dad, you're still insert name here. That's still who you are. Don't stop being who you are. Continue to live your life. Make whatever adjustments are necessary to, accommodate whatever this thing is now, but still be that person. This is my 2 cents. This is the philosophy that I use every day in my life. Whether it's the 2 bouts of cancer, whether it's the liver disease, the numerous surgeries over the years, these are just things that happen to me. They don't change who I am. They help to define who I am. These things happen and it's in my past. It's part of who I am, and I continue to move forward. If something else happens, God forbid, then it happens. But I know I made it through all these things beforehand, and I will continue to make it through all these things until the day that I have to depart this world. And I will face every challenge going forward with all the courage that I've developed, the skills that I have, and the strength that I continue to garner, that I continue to develop along my way. Stay strong. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And you will be able to get through it. You've made it to this point. You can make it to that point. Again, thank you for watching. I hope my words have been helpful. Please like and share with anyone else who you think may benefit from these words. A little bit of inspiration, motivation to keep them going a little bit further. Another day, another week, another year. And subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Again, my name is Rick Rivers. Have a great day. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.